We always touch on the dirt sheet, so thank you everybody for joining us. So, what we have going on tonight: Corey Graves news, John Cena, Nikki Bella, WWE pay-per-view news, Austin Aries, Brock Lesnar, Jason Jordan, Titus O'Neil, Saudi Arabia, November, possible another show. We got Chris Jericho news, obviously. We got a kickoff match announced this past week. And we got Alex, of course, talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling tonight. So we thank you, Alex, for joining us. So let's get cracking with, let's see, what dirt sheet news should we start with first, everybody? What do you guys want to be talking about first? Let's go with the, let me see, hold on. Oh, I forgot to talk about Hulk Hogan as well. There's some news with Hulk Hogan. So let's touch on Hulk Hogan. The immortal Hulk Hogan may be returning to the WWE soon. 3 years after being fired, according to a report by TMZ. Hogan, who left WWE in 2015, is reportedly in talks with WWE CEO Vince McMahon, though details are still unclear on what has been said. The Hulkster was reportedly requested by a member of the Saudi royal family to appear at the Greatest Royal Rumble last month. While Hogan obviously didn't appear, it seems the request did spark a dialogue between the Hulkster and WWE, which is going well. In addition, both Hogan and McMahon recently appeared in Bill Simmons' recent Andre the Giant documentary. Both appeared separately. Hogan left the company in 2015 after a racist rant was shared online. Since then, Hogan has apologized multiple times and recently referenced the incident at the Boys and Girls Club where he used it as an example of language that shouldn't be used. So, Dave, your thoughts. Are you looking forward to a Hulk Hogan return? And since we do have new general managers added both to Raw and SmackDown, what do you think he'd be returning for? Maybe the Saudi Arabia special events, or do you think he'll be a full-time in some kind of capacity? What do you think?
I think it'll be some kind of ambassador role, like he'll come in for special occasions, something like that. It would be just cool to hear that music play again. I won't lie. I mean, wrestling fans love that song. So, I mean, yeah, and I think if he would come in for Saudi Arabia deal, it'd be for that big appearance to have him come in like that. But I don't think he'd be in any kind of full-time role. Maybe he would show up to the Performance Center and kind of help some guys down there too. And I'm sure he'd get a big pop from the guys down there. So, yeah, I mean, something like that, have him appearance, don't think nothing's wrong with that. We'll see how it goes. I wouldn't mind seeing him show up on a special episode of what we got SmackDown 1000 coming up in a few months. So you get him pop in for a special guest surprise or something like that, but nothing full-time.
Hey, what's up, WC Miller? How you doing tonight, man? Now, do you think it's been 3 years, around 3 years almost? You think it's enough time for him to, people to forget and to forgive, or do you think there's always going to be that heat behind Hulk Hogan?
I think there'll always be some fans who will just find any excuse not to like what's going on or not like a person for something they did in their past.
Thank you for the super.
But I mean, I think for the most part, I think fans would be receptive to Hulk Hogan.
Okay. All right. What about you, Alex? Your thoughts?
Yeah, just adding on to what Dave said, I do think that the overall response is he's going to get a huge pop. And I agree. I don't think he's going to have a full-time, feature on the WWE. Like you said, the general managers have already been fulfilled. Yeah, I could see him doing those Raw anniversaries. I mean, me personally, I'd like to see him, confront, go out, give his speech, and then be confronted by a top heel. And maybe that's just me low-key saying I kind of want Samoa Joe to choke him out, see him in another. But no. Obviously I know what Hulk Hogan means to wrestling, and a lot of people are gonna be happy to see him. And hey, if he works his way, he did that Boys and Girls Club announcement, and WWE retweeted that. So yeah, it seems like it's happening very soon.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe they do bring, because I do think that he would bring ratings in. If they did announce that Hogan was going to be on a Raw special, whatever episode, whatever have you, I think they would bring eyes onto the show. I'm not sure if he's going to be as popular as he once was, but I think people do miss him, believe it or not, because he is the icon, one of the most famous wrestlers of all time. So,
Tony. Really quick, I do think he's as popular as he was. I really do. Because people still want to see Hulk Hogan. I mean, if you've seen any of the stuff they post online with the beach house, that place is packed, like lines all the way outside from lines and lines. It's like Michael Jordan making an appearance. People are still going to want to see him no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what they do with him if he is brought back. So what we got to see. That was one of the hot news items going around town. Another thing going around.
Knox fan just came up with a good idea. Yeah, I could definitely see him and Braun Strowman having a scene together, like beating up some heels, like looking at the crowd saying, "You want another one?"
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know about SmackDown GM because we got Paige at SmackDown GM right now. So I mean,
guys, can you imagine this? Hogan and Braun Strowman doing the Hogan pose in the ring, as Hogan sort of passing the torch to Braun Strowman.
Oh, them doing the old flex off and him tearing his shirt and stuff. That would be pretty funny. Hey, what's up, Budweiser? How you doing tonight, man? Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this kind of late Saturday evening. Thank you, guys. Corey Graves also was in kind of some heat over this past week. Corey Graves reportedly had heat on him for the remarks he made during commentary on the WWE's Greatest Royal Rumble event in Saudi Arabia, according to the Wrestling Observer. The Observer pointed out how Graves seemed to have remorse or second thoughts over the event because of a few cryptic comments he made during the show, indicated that he was having issues with WWE running the kingdom without the female superstars due to the culture. Graves then took to Instagram and saying, "A drink to remember that no matter how bad we think we have it, at least our women have rights and we all have freedom of expression." So, woo. Your thoughts? And then I also heard that apparently the WWE told him that he's easier to replace than he thinks he is, or is basically saying that his job isn't safe. Your thoughts, Alex, on this whole Corey Graves situation?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit before we started. Like Corey knew what was going to happen by posting that message. I mean, when you're part of a public trading company and you're putting stuff on your social network, obviously the WWE is going to pick up on that. And obviously his intentions were good, a little bit preachy, but hey, I mean, it's he's not wrong. But I think we've talked about this so many times over the last week, so it is what it is. I don't think he's gonna get as much flack as he thinks, as people are making this out to be.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Dave? Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's funny. We hear about this in sports all the time. We hear like analysts talk about this. They need to stop. People need to stop and think before they hit send, because I mean, saying something like that was pretty stupid. I mean, they're just gave your company a big payday, and you're going to sit there and criticize them on Twitter. I mean, and it's okay to have your own beliefs and be talking bad about what that country is doing, but I mean, they are making strides. But I get what he's getting. But man, to say something like that, especially when he has the best job in the world. I mean, I think he should just shut up and take his paycheck.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Dave saying to shut up and just take your paycheck.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, you're going to criticize the same company that pays you. Exactly, Bob Ruski. It's not very smart, especially when they already know that there's a lot of heat behind them going to Saudi Arabia as it is. They know that, people aren't very happy that, they had to leave the women off the show. But yeah, Corey Graves for the most part does not have a filter. He does say a lot of stuff and on Twitter and stuff like that where he doesn't hold back. So
he tries very hard to be like the voice of I guess us.
Wait, what? Is that true?
What?
No, it's not true. That dude's trolling. Trolling.
Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter, so I don't know.
That dude's trolling. I do agree with you, no effects. Corey can't leave. He's one of the best announcers in WWE. I do think he's a good announcer, but I don't want it to go to Corey Graves' head to where he thinks he can just say whatever he wants and not get any repercussions, because that's not true.
It already has.
I mean, I would. Yeah, I'm sure he got some backlash for what he had to say tonight. We'll see if anything happens out of it. I don't think anything will. Welcome back, Red Sox fan. All right, again, John Cena news, everybody. Report rumors, everybody. John Cena and Nikki Bella. Oh, Dave, try to move your phone back away from you a little bit because you're breaking up a little bit.
All right.
John Cena and Nikki Bella break up, reportedly a work to promote a new season of Total Bellas. Okay, so this is interesting. The idea is out there that the entire breakup could be a work to bring attention to a new season of Total Bellas. Mike Johnson, a PW insider, briefly discussed the possibility. Although it might sound far-fetched, it's still possible because anything can happen when the pro wrestling business is involved. Speaking of Cena, I want to go to the backlash stuff. I heard some rumblings that your theory may be correct about this entire situation being a work. I don't have enough to report it or anything, but there have definitely been some people who have been whispering similar concerns. So you might be onto something there. So I'm just telling you that it comes out that this is a work. I'm giving you credit now that you were the first one to call it, meaning Mike Johnson calling this whole thing a possible work. Dave, do you care at all? Do you think this could be a possible work?
I thought it would. Personally say it was, but it seemed like it because when you see the video posted on Twitter, watch me go through this most difficult time on Total Divas this season. It's like that just makes it seem like isn't everything a work? I mean, really, it just seems like this is Jericho's never going back to Japan again either. I mean, come on, everything. Isn't everything a work? I mean, geez.
Now, would this? I know you're not a Total Divas watcher. I'm not sure who is. Nothing against anybody who is. But if you were, would this intrigue you a little bit to possibly see what would happen between the two?
No, because it's like a dang program. I mean, they're just using real life. They're using their kind of real life relationship to create. Let's say, let's use this storyline and say we're going to break up and draw people's interest into the show. It's like, what are we going to see them? They're getting back together in the seat, and they're in each episode. They're going to get back together, so they're going to play that off too. Like we know this was taped like 6 months ago.
Now,
oh man.
Yeah, are the ratings on that show bad? I'm not really sure. I couldn't tell you, but what about you, Alex? What are your thoughts?
Kayfabe lives. I don't know. I mean, when you guys saw when we like Dave said, when we saw after it broke up, we saw later that week we saw pictures of and newscasts of it's most likely that the breakup's gonna be they're gonna film a breakup so that way it could be for the finale. So from the business point, yeah, I think to the general audience that does watch Total Divas or Total Bellas or whatever, yeah, it's still definitely intriguing, and if that's their intention, then that's what they're going for.
No, Alex, you got it wrong. You got it wrong, dude. This is what's going to happen. The breakup's going to be to start the season. The finale is going to be them getting back together.
So I think we know who's watching.
SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, right? He's going to ask her to marry her again.
But no, I don't care. I never cared about a show dedicated to the Bellas anyways, so whatever.
Okay, here's a question for you guys. Since we're all Miz fans in here, are you guys going to watch Miz and Maurice?
I'd rather watch that than the Bellas.
You know what? I have watched Total Bellas, and I have watched, not the full seasons, but I've watched some Total Divas just because I wanted to see Daniel Bryan and how they live the real, I was intrigued in that. The whole Daniel Bryan behind everyday life. I was intrigued by that. But yeah, other than that, I don't really watch it regularly.
I would check out, I'm going to check out Miz and Maurice just to see how the episode goes. Just to see how it is. But I'm intrigued to see how that show goes. I see you, Red Sox fan. I ain't ducking you, boy. Also, let's move on.
Real quick on this subject, I don't think we're going to see the Miz chasing down a burglar and put him in a chokehold like Daniel Bryan did.
Oh, right. I'm a lonely man. I'll watch anything.
I love our family.
There you go. Hey, at least you're honest, my friend. At least you're honest. Brock Lesnar, everybody. According to everybody's favorite Dave Meltzer, Brock Lesnar may be facing Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam. When asked on Twitter, Meltzer said that Lashley was reported under the impression he would be facing Lesnar at SummerSlam when negotiating his return. His tweet said that Lashley was under the impression when he was negotiating with that this was on the table, but Lesnar isn't yet signed for that show. So I'll continue. If the match was to occur, it is currently unknown whether the match would be for the Universal Championship. Lashley made his return on Raw after WrestleMania following an 11-year break from the company. It was reported recently that WWE had signed an extension on Brock's contract, but it's unclear how long it will last. SummerSlam is on 2018, will be taking place August 19th in Brooklyn, New York. So, Alex, yes or no? Do we see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam?
All that's money in the bank before, right? Before SummerSlam?
I'm sorry?
Is Money in the Bank before SummerSlam? Yes. Right?
Yes, sir.
So we're assuming that Lesnar's going in as a champion?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why not?
What about you?
I don't really care, honestly.
Wow, really? It seems like a lot of people want to see this match, but
hey, that's good. I'm sure I'll. I mean, there's enough time to change my mind, but right now I don't really care.
Wow, you're really not high on Bobby Lashley, huh?
No, I mean, I understand. I understand a lot of praise that he's been getting, and maybe I'll jump on the bandwagon with more time. But nothing really to write home about the last few weeks.
Okay. What about you, Dave? Yes or no? Do we see this match happen at SummerSlam?
I don't care if it's for the title or not. I hope we do see it because this is the match since he's been in TNA that I've been talking to you about, Tony, that I would love to see Bobby Lashley go back to the WWE and face Brock Lesnar, and I hope we get it. I think this would be good. It'd be a good marquee match for SummerSlam, whether it's for a title or if it's just a grudge match. Just those two one-on-one. They don't even need it to be for the title, honestly, so it doesn't really matter.
What's TNA? Well, when Bobby Lashley, they did kind of transition to Impact by the time he was still in there, but he was in there when there were TNA at the time. I just didn't know he was gone for 11 years. Wow. That's pretty. That is a damn long time. Okay.
I remember when Lashley came in, Lesnar had already left, right?
Was he there, but he was on SmackDown or something like that? I don't know. I don't think they were there together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the match has never happened before, so definitely want to see that match happen. All right, so Triple H just recently dropped an update on the The Undertaker's schedule with the WWE. WWE's COO was a guest on the New Sky Sports Wrestling podcast, where he was talking about The Undertaker and his schedule moving forward. I think there's one person who has the rights to call his shots, and that's The Undertaker. I think it will all depend on him, and I think it should all depend on him. At this point, he should be what he wants to and feels comfortable doing. Triple H thinks this will not be the last we see of The Undertaker. I know that he has, as a performer, always wants to be able to give his best, and if he can't, then he doesn't want to do it. When he's in a position where he is right now, I think he feels great and wants to be able to be out there and show The Undertaker to the world, but it really comes down to himself, as it should. Basically saying Undertaker can just fucking show up whenever the fuck he wants, basically. Your thoughts, Alex?
Well, get the tables, family. If you ever want to see what a broken record looks like as a person, go look at your host wearing the Cena hat. Anyways, no, obviously I'm excited as long as Taker's not like, putting himself in the main event, like facing off against for the WWE title, things like that. if he wants to have a marquee match, it still brings a lot of intrigue. So I'm excited.
Basically, if he wants to bury someone, he'll have a match. Is basically what Alex is saying.
Yeah, I'll take 2 more casket matches.
Yeah, basically, if you want to have the Undertaker bury your top star, one of your most popular stars, you have him come
Again, broken record. Let me explain to you that Rusev's been buried once, but hey, continue to find excuses for why Rusev's.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's
this is me correcting you. Your dad ever tell you wrestling's not real? No, New Block City. Actually, I found out wrestling wasn't real. My daddy never told me anything.
Yeah, well, HBK wasn't popular scene in Rusev are.
Mm-hmm.
Who listened to the Pritchard podcasting on WWE Network? Nobody, right? Nobody. Crickets. I think you should watch it.
Sorry, an episode featuring Sean does not draw. Sounds familiar. Now, can we move on, or you want to keep doing this with me? Because
we can move on. We can move on to Dave.
I'm awake now.
We can move on. We can move on to Dave. Your thoughts, Dave. What are your thoughts on the Undertaker basically saying?
Undertaker can show up whenever he wants. They're saying so. He's getting the Shawn Michaels contract.
Okay, hold on. At least when Shawn Michaels had a match, he put on a good one. You know what I'm saying? He didn't put up no crappy, shitty match.
On YouTube right now, I love this.
Who's on YouTube?
Anyone that's talking right now, they started to perk up when you said shit about the Taker.
Oh gosh. Well, when Taker, what can I say?
Hey, he deserves to have that kind of contract, I think.
You don't want to give heat on Shawn for basically apparently running the asylum and not wanting to put people over. It's funny how Hulk Hogan and Savage and all them did almost the same thing, but it's okay for them to do it. But when it comes to Shawn Michaels, it's not okay, right? It's not okay.
How did Hogan not put him over?
I got it. I'm just saying.
And it was Hogan's idea to have Goldberg beat him. How did Hogan put?
I'm talking about when Hogan was Hogan, not when he was in WCW.
Oh, okay. So you want to do that? Okay. So when Shawn was Shawn, he didn't want to put over Davey Boy Smith. He sure as hell wanted to bury The Rock. He didn't want to put over Austin, but Undertaker took care of that because your boy Bruce Pritchard did talk about that. So if you want to keep plugging in Bruce Pritchard, I got you, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. I'm done, but
You're making this very easy for Red Sox fan at SummerSlam.
Oh god.
We'll see what happens.
Tony, one cool thing about that podcast was funny. I can't believe they did this though, where they called out Vince McMahon for one of his mistakes during that Diesel HBK match, and he said. Basically he said that Vince said, hey, have him kick out at one super kick, just one time, at one count. And it just went to crap. It was really bad. So, yeah. It was good, though. I liked it. And he didn't want to be a heel, or he wanted to stay a heel.
I love that Pritchard buries Dave Meltzer whenever he can.
Yes, that's fun.
Oh, yeah, he does that quite a bit. He does not like him at all. Is it because of what he does for a living? Is that the reason why he hates Meltzer?
Like that Meltzer is essentially going into business for himself to try to reveal the business, with all those hype checks, real attendance numbers. Like he got he hates the fact that Meltzer's disputing the WrestleMania 3 numbers and stuff like that.
Well, also Meltzer does a lot of those. Well, I heard that they were in talks to do this, and he's like, we never once were going to do that at all. He says Dave Meltzer basically sits there and just makes up shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is with Dave Meltzer. I don't know what to believe with him. People like him, some people don't like him. It's your certain cup of tea, I guess. Meltzer is the truth. Keep crushing WWE fans' dreams. Wow, Red Sox fans.
Well, a lot of people say that Meltzer would talk bad about you if you didn't call him and report to him about stuff. Like the wrestlers, like some wrestlers would call and talk to him, and he would always shit on Hulk Hogan all the time. And And who Pritchard would always say, because Hogan never called him and talked to him, was buddy with him. If you're not buddy with Dave Meltzer, he was going to shit all over you.
Jeez, so stupid.
Yeah.
Meltzer is a 5-star tool. PW's Insider is reporting that Jason Jordan is looking to make a return to Monday Night Raw soon enough. Jordan has been out since February with neck-related issues and recently underwent minor surgery to assist in recovery. In storyline, he was told that he could no longer compete by his father, Kurt Angle, until he was medically cleared. He and Seth Rollins would lose their Raw Tag Team titles to the Bar at the Royal Rumble, where the Architect did most of the heavy lifting. So, do you think when Jason Jordan does come back to the WWE main roster, does he get into a feud with Seth Rollins for that IC championship? Alex, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, first, obviously, I'm happy that Jordan is coming back. You know, you never want to see, regardless if you like the wrestler or not, you never want to see them injured, especially with a spinal cord injury like that. Yeah, I'm excited. I think he was still one of the best things in ring wise for a while on Raw. And as a heel, I could definitely get behind a Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan match.
I think it definitely has to be in the mix, especially with their past. And you never know what they can use as a storyline. He could probably maybe blame his injury due to Seth Rollins. I don't know, but I definitely think that could possibly be a definitely.
Do you think that they're going to go back to Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle, like whining to his daddy, Kurt Angle?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a very good question. No, we're going to be touching on New Japan Pro Wrestling. You shut your mouth, Red Sox fan. How about that? Your thoughts, Dave. Do you think when Jason Jordan returns, he gets put into the title picture?
I'm glad he's coming back. I'm not glad he's coming back, but I'm glad his career isn't over. I don't want to say I'm glad he's coming back. I don't care about him in the US or IC title. I'd much rather see either American Alpha back together as heels or Jason Jordan versus Chad Gable one-on-one. That's what I would rather see than anything.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Seems like it's a love-hate relationship with Jason Jordan and between the chat room as well. Can't wait.
I get the American Alpha reunion. Lord knows tag team divisions need more.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just saying, it's to me more interesting to me to see Jordan versus Gable or have them reform a heel American Alpha team. And Jason and Chad Gable is already proven that he's already over with the crowd, and people actually like him. No one likes Jason Jordan.
Could you see Angle maybe bringing American Alpha as an answer for Sammy and KO?
Or could you see him bringing those two together as the answer for the new Team Angle?
That's a good idea, though. I didn't even think about that. That is a good idea.
Yeah,
a couple of more things, wrestling sheet related, and then we'll go to New Japan, and then we'll go to our backlash predictions. All right, Daivari, excuse me, has revealed that and has received death threats following his appearance at the Greatest Royal Rumble alongside his brother Sean. The brothers interrupted a segment featuring 4 of the Saudi Arabia tryout finalists, ridiculing the group and waving the Iranian flag to gain heat from the Jeddah crowd. Taking to Twitter, Daivari apologized for any offense caused by using the Iran for heat, saying his heel persona does not reflect his personal views. Wow. So now we cannot no longer be heels. I remember back in the day, was it Muhammad Hassan?
Yep.
Was that his name? And then we had Sergeant Slaughter and Iron Sheik, and the list goes on and on. Bret Hart, you can even throw in there, where they would talk shit about America and, praise their country. Now it seems like that's something that you can no longer do without receiving either death threats or, you got to watch what you say. You got to be PG or political or whatever have you. Your thoughts, Alex, on Daivari getting death threats from his appearance at the Greatest Royal Rumble?
Thank you. Thank y'all guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Funk, for saying what needed to be said. I don't want to see it, but
I haven't.
It's still real to me, damn it. It's still real to me. Yeah, I mean, what else am I supposed to say? Like, okay, but perfectly stated. One of the wrestlers that was involved in that segment even retweeted Ari Daivari saying, he is a sports entertainer and this is his character. This does not reflect the actual person, and people shouldn't take this so seriously. It is entertainment, no different than you watching a TV show. So I think being able to oppression of entertainment anywhere, regardless of Saudi Arabia or somewhere else in the world, is bullshit. You can come at me all you want, but that's ridiculous. I know we've all had a lot of our thoughts a lot about this greatest Royal Rumble, but things like this, when it comes to the actual wrestling persona, like, come on, guys. I'm ready to move on from the Rumble. I'm honestly tired of the Saudi Arabia event.
And the crazy thing is that wrestling, WWE says entertainment in their company name
more than so many times. Like, I don't understand like why people would actually think that, but what can you do?
What about you, Dave? Anything?
Yeah, this is weird to me because, I mean, I get why he said that, but then I hate that he said that in a way because what happened to the good old days when if this was 20, 30, 40 years ago, this is like, yes, I got him. Yes, they hate it. You know, I can remember when, I think it was Pat Patterson said when he was leaving, or maybe it wasn't him, someone, when he was leaving, and because he was taking on the High Chief and stuff like that, Peter Maivia, people would try to literally grab him, and you had to run out of there because they were trying to actually fight these guys and stab them. People got stabbed and stuff like that because it felt so real. Sergeant Slaughter, when he turned heel, he had to have, like, I think, like, people were sending bomb threats to his house and stuff like that. I mean, it was crazy because it's like, okay, back then it meant like, oh, this means you're really getting great heat and you're really doing something good. But I guess today's day and age, you don't want stuff like that where people are threatening your lives, and I get that. But it seems like the heel would have been like, if you're still working, you would have been like, all right, cool, I got him. But I get the fact that when he come and apologize, that's just a character I'm playing on TV. Wrestling is completely different. It's not where it's like, okay, is it real or is it fake? Or not fake, but fixed, whatever you want to say it. But however you want to put it. You know, is it real or is it staged? There was still that question a lot of people had. Like, okay, that wasn't real, that wasn't real, that wasn't real, that's real, you know, type thing.
In the house. Yep, I agree. It's just too much. You can't. I don't know. It's a different time and era nowadays where you got to be politically correct, and if you do say something that's edgy, you got to go back on Twitter and apologize for what you said.
Especially when you're in a public trading company now.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You missed it, Architect. We'll touch. Let's see what else. We'll just touch on Titus and O'Neil, and then we'll move to New Japan. Chris Jericho and all that stuff.
Are we going to touch on No Way Jose?
No Way Jose.
I hope he's there tomorrow.
I'm sure he will be. No, probably not. Maybe. I'm not going to do no dance, Architect. As we previously reported, most people backstage got a good laugh out of Titus O'Neil mishap at the Greatest Royal Rumble, including the WWE Chairman Vince McMahon. According to a report from PW Insider, the decision was made to show the replay to the fans from multiple angles, mainly because it was initially caught on camera, but the commentators saw it and were laughing. So they wanted to show the viewers what had happened and why the commentators were laughing. So everybody, it wasn't fake. Hopefully, I mean, apparently it wasn't fake. It seems like it was this crazy mishap and a beautiful mishap that I don't think anybody will ever forget. But yeah, that's about it on that. So let's go to Chris Jericho.
All right.
Makes a surprise return to New Japan Pro Wrestling, comes back and it pretty much destroys Naito.
Let me go from here for that.
Okay, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is New Japan time. So if for all of you been waiting, here we are. So what Tony was referring to was the finale of New Japan Dontaku, the 3-week event that has been happening with all the pre-show tag team matches you love to hate to see. But then we started to get some big news coming out. So good old Y2J, the Winnipeg Ayatollah of rock and rolla, Chris Jericho, shows up as a LIJ fan and attacked Tetsuya Naito. So basically what happened was they had a tag team match between Los Ingobernables versus Suzuki Gun, with Tetsuya Naito getting to the win. Now you start to see what was happening because the rest of the LIJ stable had left Tetsuya Naito in the ring by himself. So he's going out, he's shaking hands with the fans, he's like has his hands out. And then one fan in particular grabbed onto him for a little bit too long and then jumped the barricade and started to beat the living shit out of one Tetsuya Naito. And of course, he throws him into the ring, and he was dressed up as, for those of you who know Bushi, kind of like Bushi with the Lucha Libre mask. He had the makeup, which has made many, many memes over the past 2 days of Jericho with the makeup. And he takes off the mask. And for those of you watching the English commentary, Don Callis was marking out just as the rest of us were. And he proceeded to keep beating down Tetsuya Naito. And from there, heel Jericho without a PG era rating returned. He proceeded to give him a code breaker, bash him in the head with a bell ring. And yeah, I love the old school belt. Hit him with the, busted him open, and proceeded to beat everything that ran in the ring, whether it was referees, Young Lions, Naito himself. And it was great. So just a quick background. After the show, after Wrestle Kingdom, after he lost to Omega, he attacked Tetsuya Naito at the New Year's Dash and kind of just left it at that. And I know we've all read over the months an interview saying basically, I'm done with New Japan. But honestly, guys, who believes anything Jericho says at this point? So, so obviously it was a work, and he showed up and did that. And I said this yesterday on Periscope. My only problem with Wrestling Inc. is that when they post articles saying, spoiler, wrestler coming into so-and-so, posting a picture of said wrestler does not, you might as well just tell me Chris Jericho in the article. So it was already spoiled for me, but it didn't take away how excited I am. So basically, just summing that up, it's going to be Chris Jericho versus Tetsuya Naito and New Japan Dominion, which is their second biggest show of the year, which is the equivalency of a SummerSlam, basically. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. I mean, he beat the living hell out of Naito, and that was awesome. And I think I agreed with your tweet that you put out that more serious, evil Jericho is a lot better than his comedian side. I do love what we get from him when he's you made the list, stuff like that. But when he's that savage, vicious wrestler, it's awesome to see. Is there any chance Jericho wins this match? Probably no chance, right?
Very, very unlikely. But if he was to, take the Intercontinental title off Naito, and like kind of have like since these shows happen maybe basically once a month, once every month, that could still bring some intrigue. I mean, that could be a great story building up to a rematch at Wrestle Kingdom or things like that, because he did lose at Wrestle Kingdom. So I would like to see him get a win for sure.
Now, is there any word on how long this little contract or his deal with New Japan is?
Nothing has come out yet. He's kind of just going like appearance to appearance. So we still have about a month before, so expect to see some videos being posted, kind of to hype it up, and maybe one or two more appearances. I'm sure we'll see Jericho throwing a table at Naito or something like that. And for anyone that wants to know, that Ingobernables de Jericho shirt, kind of like how you had the Alpha Club shirt, will be on Hot Topic, So go to your local Hot Topics and get them before they sell out. I'm getting it.
Jericho has full creative control of what he does in New Japan. Okay, cool. So I'm just curious to see how long he's going to be there around for. I wonder, after Naito, who else could he actually face if Okada does continue to roll with the title? Maybe we see a Jericho and Naito in Okada match maybe down the line. That would be something.
With having somebody like Jericho, because now like you think, oh wow, he got a match with Omega, now he's facing Naito. Like, what more can he do? That's part of the intrigue that Jericho brings. So I love it.
What about you, Dave? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. And one of the parts I noticed most, Alex kind of shadowed over it, saying Callis was marking out. I mean, come on, he was not marking out. He was kissing his ass's boss, his boss's ass. Oh, Naito is finally getting what he deserves. He ran his mouth too much. Naito's getting his ass. He deserves this. I'm running his mouth and all that. I mean, come on. That was just like,
I mean,
wow.
how many times?
I mean,
and this is not related, but hindsight, how many times has Callis dropped Chris Jericho's name on Impact?
A lot. He has. I mean, he's dropped it a lot. And speaking of that, Kenny Omega, I mean, he just dropped in this past week. And then speaking of Impact, I'm sure we're going to get into it later on with someone leaving Pro Wrestling Noah and Impact Wrestling to go to New Japan. We'll get into that a little bit, I'm sure. But, I mean, man, it's cool. It's exciting because Jericho's wrestling someone else. And you say, who else could he face? I mean, he could face anyone there if he wanted to. Can you imagine Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay?
Yeah, he could. I mean, basically, he could, but I think he seems to be going after the big timers, the big superstars of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Not saying Ospreay isn't. I'm just saying when he went from Omega, now he's going to Naito, and then I mean, now the list goes on and on. Tanahashi, maybe Okada. I mean, he would be going after the big timers.
Yeah, I would Naito versus Tanahashi for sure. But yeah,
really quick, Alex. What do you think your chances are of Jericho having a match at Wrestle Kingdom next year?
High.
High? Okay, good. Continue on. Speaking of Omega, there's some Omega news for the next show, that their next big show. How about you continue on with that?
Yeah, definitely. So the main event of Dontaku, as you guys probably heard me on Periscope yesterday, was Tanahashi versus Okada. Tony's boy obviously retained, went over. So he got his 12th consecutive win. So he basically cut a promo saying who's left. I mean, he ran through the names, and he kind of alluded to it when he said Kenny Omega's name twice, and he gave a look like, did the whole classic, who's next? Nobody answered. He's like, all right, screw it. And he called out Kenny, and Kenny Omega came out and challenged him and they made the challenge at Dominion. But what's different about this one is there's not going to be a time limit, and it's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls. So for any New Japan fans, last year at Dominion, Kenny Omega and Okada faced off. They went to a 60-minute draw. So So think about it, guys. You have Kenny Omega versus Okada for the world title, Chris Jericho versus Naito, most likely for the Intercontinental title. Obviously, we'll talk about it with spoiler. Probably Taiji Ishimori versus Will Ospreay. Young Bucks will be in action. Dominion is shaping up to even surpass Wrestle Kingdom this year, and that's a big statement.
So you're telling me Omega and Okada is probably going to be a 2-hour match?
Shit, man. Once you say no time limit, get some coffee, take a nap before, do what you got to do. But we're going to be in for a long one.
Okay, can we rewind a little bit? Can we rewind just a little bit? Okay, let's talk about Tanahashi for a minute. Let's go back to Wrestle Kingdom. Now, that Tanahashi, I think I'm saying his name right, is completely different than the person we got this past weekend, or Friday morning, whatever you want to call it. Because that guy was completely... Because the one guy who fought Jay White, or wrestled Jay White, was like a shell of what the guy we've seen against Okada. Because to me, this guy was like, wow, this is the guy I remember watching when I seen some of his matches before, a few years back. So, I mean, this is a complete transformation. I know you said before he was injured during that time, too. He took some time off and recovered. Yeah. Man, I mean, he looked like a completely different person. He was hopping, he was jumping up on those ropes like nothing. I mean, he was moving around great. I don't know if you guys to see this match or not, but man, this match was really good.
That crowd, oh my, that like a lot of, we always talk about how some people don't like that New Japan fans are very quiet. This match, Tanahashi's just one of those special guys. You compare him with like a Macho Man Randy Savage, a John Cena, Shawn Michaels, a Bret Hart, like the way that he's such a...
Did you say Shawn Michaels?
Yeah. Look, for New Japan, I don't care about our Taker Sean feud. I really.
Kenobi, man, thanks for coming in here, dude.
But yeah, no, he's a special. He's just a special performer, and the truth is, Okada will never be as over as Tanahashi is in the New Japan fan eyes.
Okay, so Omega, Okada, 2 out of 3 falls. Now,
yeah,
Okada wins. What the fuck is next?
Okay, you guys know, and I will say this every time because if it happens, I don't want anyone to say I didn't call it. I want Omega to win so I can get Clash of the Golden Lovers at Wrestle Kingdom. But with what Tony said, never say never when it comes to Okada because you're right. I'm surprised that they're giving us this already. I thought they were going to kind of hold off Omega and Okada, so this kind of throws everything out the window of what's going to happen. Like, does Jericho step up and, like, face Okada or something? I don't know.
I mean, isn't it time for him to drop the belt?
No.
It's a big card. I mean, Omega, and they've already kind of thrown out the story that Omega's pretty much New Japan's champion in terms of what he's done, what the publicity that he's brought to the show, how over he is constantly, and I don't know. I mean, who else but Omega can do it other than maybe a Tetsuya Naito?
Bob Roode.
Nobody.
The only man that can beat him is in WWE doing low blows.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Well,
now, can you imagine that happen?
Said the funniest thing. He was like, "Call out John Cena," and I was like, "Oh God." that was pretty good. I'll give you that. Tony, could you?
I'm sorry. I just don't get everyone's obsession with Kenny Omega. I mean, I'd much rather see Okada beat him because I'm not a Kenny Omega huge Mark fan. I'm just not. I think Okada's way better than Kenny Omega.
I mean, I'm not saying there's a big difference between them because Okada has been putting on a series of great matches, but yeah, then I guess my bias comes in. I say I still think Kenny's is like has earned his spot.
Why isn't Ibushi coming up and challenging Okada?
I mean, we've kind of talked about it before. He's always had a history of being unreliable.
His name is Gaito, right? I just want to make sure I'm saying his name correct. He's holding him back then, right? It's politics. That's politics.
Most likely.
That's politics right there.
We have to kind of wait to see how the G1 goes. When you see like how far someone goes in the G1 tournament this year, you can kind of get an idea of where they're going. And shit, man. I mean, maybe if Kota wins the G1 with the Omega as champion, clearly they have faith. So we'll see. But yeah, I would love it. You actually answered it perfectly. If Okada beats Omega, why not have him face Kota Ibushi? I could get behind that.
Now, okay, between
in the chat, jeez.
Now between Okada and Ibushi, what is the fan popularity between the two? Is Ibushi really popular? Because I don't hear much about him being, because I've seen that Okada's like in commercials in Japan and all this type of stuff. Now, does Ibushi get treated that way, or is he still like the I don't know the word for it, but it seems like nobody trusts him because he doesn't commit to New Japan. Is that?
That's an accurate. That's an accurate statement. I mean, he's been there already for over. It's going to be almost a year since he's like been full in. So maybe with time, because that's the thing with New Japan. Like, you could be a wrestler there for 20 plus years. You could be 43, and then maybe they decide, okay, it's your time. Like, so they're very traditional and conservative in how they treat their wrestlers. And like you said, obviously Okada gets the billing, the commercials, the interviews, the fan signings, things like that. But in terms of with the crowd, Ibushi is over. He is that classic underdog babyface in terms of his offense and style. So yeah, if you put him against Okada, you'll definitely see the crowd really getting behind Kota.
Okay, all right. So finish up the special that we saw Friday, and then we'll move on to the Backlash prediction show.
All right. Yeah, I'll just run through the special, and I think we could close off with talking about the Jay White David Finlay match. If that's all right with you guys.
What about Ospreay and?
Oh, don't worry, man. We're gonna get to that definitely.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So for anyone that's watched Dontaku, as you know, all the titles were on the line. So I'm just going to give you the results and the big highlights. Obviously, I'll touch on that. So you had the over the past 3 weeks, you've had the IWGP Junior titles on the line. You had 2 people from LIJ in the form of Takahashi and Bushi versus Suzuki-gun, which was Desperado and Kanemaru. Suzuki-gun retained, so no title change there. So we're going to see what happens there. They're most likely going to be facing Roppongi 3K. One of my complaints with New Japan is that the tag team division does get repetitive. Sound familiar, guys? So there's a little bit of things going on there. In terms of the singles match, you had Hinari versus Tomohiro Ishii. So if anyone wants to see what stiff, strong style looks like, you definitely want to watch that. That was high pace. That was fast. It was exciting. And you're building new stars in the form of Teo Hinari, who came out of the New Japan Young Lions dojo. He also came out of the New Zealand dojo that's been working with New Japan. So he's a star to look out for. We had also the never open weight title on the line versus Juice Robinson versus Hiroki Goto. And Hiroki Goto won, but I'm going to tell you guys this, along with Hinari, Juice Robinson, who you guys may know as CJ Parker from NXT, he's well on his way to becoming a top babyface in New Japan. I mean, that guy is over.
Oh, thank you for the Super Heart, man. I appreciate that.
So that guy is just over like nothing else. So in 2 to 3 years, Juice Robinson is going to be a big champion. And speaking of Juice Robinson, and Tony will love to hear this, it looks like Dominion, we're probably going to get Juice Robinson versus Jay White for the IWGP US title. They've been kind of teasing in the last 2 matches, those 2 facing off. And sorry, Tony, but I think it's Juice Robinson's time to get some gold. And I think the US title just might beat it.
Yeah, I was telling you on Twitter that I think he beats Jay White.
And I think it's funny because it'll actually be the first US champion who's actually American. So
oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, Omega's Canadian and Jay White's is from New Zealand. Oh,
okay. It's crazy how Juice Robinson has brought himself up since NXT. That's awesome. I hope he has I'm interested to see the match with him and Jay White.
Definitely. And other than that, we had the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles where you had LIJ, Evil, and our boy Sonata versus Killer Elite Squad. So Davey Boy Smith Jr. and, of course, my boy Lance Hoyt, or Lance Arch, or whatever you want to call him. And LIJ retained, but the Young Bucks, who recently moved to the heavyweights, actually went on to challenge them. So most likely Dominion, we're going to get LIJ versus the Young Bucks.
Okay. All right. So yeah. I know you're really high on that match.
Definitely. And apart from that, what else we got? We had the 6-man tag team match where we had OGBC Bullet Club versus the Elite, Bullet Club Elite. So you had the team of Bad Luck Fale, Tamatonga, Tongaloa versus the Young Bucks and Marty Skrull. And Marty Skrull and the Young Bucks won. So the Young Bucks have gold yet again.
Jesus.
Yep. I think 2-time never open weight. So there's that. And then Intercontinental title, of course, was Minoru Suzuki as champion versus Tetsuya Naito. Naito defeated Suzuki in like a 30-minute match. It was great, hard-hitting. It was very scrappy. And, yeah, I mean, Naito, I mean, now – so the reason why I want to touch up on this is maybe it can add into why Jericho picked Naito. Basically, the whole storyline of Naito is he's that too cool for school type of guy. You know, he doesn't really care about what's considered to be a champion. He even straight up says he's like, I don't give a damn about being an Intercontinental champion. Like, I'll burn it if I want. Like, it means nothing to me. So ever since he won the title, he hasn't even been coming out with it because he just doesn't give a damn. He really just. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that when he was after they won the match, he didn't have the belt, or when he was walking to the backstage area, he didn't have his belt. That's why that's a good point. I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, and he really just did it to just make Suzuki so mad. So, and now when you bring in Chris Jericho, who I think we can all say is probably considered an all-time great when it comes to Intercontinental lineage. Maybe he takes offense with the way Naito is. Maybe he hates the fact that Naito is so tranquilo, and Jericho, this heel persona of Jericho is the complete opposite. So you have that, and so that's always great stuff. Then you had also Kota Ibushi versus Cody Rhodes, part 2. Cody Rhodes went over this time. We got some brutal spots with the Japanese table that didn't give in. So there was that. Kenny Omega defeated Adam Page in a really good match. And Hangman Page, he's a guy to look out for. He's been having a great 2018, so don't sleep on that. And that's it. All we have left is the U.S. title, David Finlay versus Jay White. So these guys went on for about 25 minutes, and these two had such great chemistry. They graduated from the Young Lions dojo together. They're brothers in arms in a sense. And the record is Jay White is 10-1 wins over David Finlay. So it was great, exciting moves, exciting reversals. The crowd was really behind David Finlay. I mean, that man is going to be a star in a few years. He needs to change his look a little bit, but he's going to be something big. And Jay White, I mean, I don't think a lot of people still give him credit, but he has been killing it, man. I mean, you got to see, this guy is deadlift German suplexing people like left and right. He's like attacking people, and he's fully embraced his switchblade character. Let me just tell you that. But I've been rambling. What are your thoughts?
Go ahead, Dave. You give your thoughts, and then I'll give mine.
I want to talk about the Will Ospreay match because, man, that match is awesome.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, man, just him pulling Matt Jackson, who's selling the back all the time. I mean, yeah, man. Nick, okay. I mean, wow, this match was great. I mean, the finish to how they're like, dude, don't do that. You can barely stand up. Don't do that move. Don't do it. And then it's like, they did a great job announcing on this because how they were just trying to sell how injured they should just stop the match. They need to stop this match. I mean, man, they just did some killer stuff in this. And the finish was awesome. How he hit that cutter was just like unbelievable. And of course, I'll let you go into the big reveal.
Yeah, so like Dave said, it was a great match. I thought it was better than their Dave Meltzer 5-star match last year. Personally, like Dave said, the story that they had with Will Ospreay having that, like, still recovering from that brutal apron spot with he had with Skrull, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And like Dave said, match ended, and you had the Bone Soldier vignettes that have been teased for the past 3 weeks. And just a quick background on who Bone Soldier was. He was a jobber back in the day. This guy came out around Prince Devitt's time, and he was always a joke. So when we saw the vignettes, we were like, okay, they have to give someone different. And then Tama Tonga came out and told Ospreay, "Let me introduce you to Bone Soldier." And Taiji Ishimori came out, revealed to be Bone Soldier 2.0, and Don Callis said it perfectly. I feel like I just saw this guy recently. I don't know where. So yeah, Taiji Ishimori is officially in the Bullet Club. He's Bone Soldier 2. He is going to be facing Will Ospreay and for the title, probably a Dominion. And yeah, I mean, I haven't seen much about Ishimori, but a lot of people are high on him, so I'm definitely excited. So what do you think?
Ishimori is really good. I'm excited about it. It's kind of cool. At first, I wasn't sure what this meant for his other deal, but I guess he already said he's leaving Pro Wrestling Noah and going to Japan or going back to Japan, New Japan. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. I look forward to you actually checking out some of his matches finally, because I think this guy is, man, he's unbelievable. I've enjoyed a lot of his matches, especially the match with Davey Richards he had on Impact was really great. So, I mean, yeah, this guy's really good. So it's going to be fun to see. Him and Ospreay is just going to kill it. And I don't know why Will Ospreay isn't talked about more as like one of the top if not in the top 5 discussion, or at least up there, because man, he is really good. And he's putting on some of those 5-star matches every night, just like Okada is.
Yeah. And Dave brought up a really good point, Tony. He said, with things like this happening with Callis where he is, like, could we start seeing more Impact New Japan relationships in the future?
Yeah, that'd be definitely. I don't know. It would definitely help Impact a lot if they added some guys from New Japan over to Impact. If they had, one night only Omega shows up in Impact or something like that, that'd be That'd be something else. Like someone saying that they are ants. Okay, we'll see, Red Sox fan. I hope so. I really do hope so. It would definitely help Impact.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a great match for sure. Will Ospreay continues to show why he's. I agree with Dave. I do think he is a top worker in the world. He's toning back on the flips, and he's trying to work on his selling. I will say this: his yelling, his screaming is really annoying, but that's just a nitpick. But yeah, it was a great match. Kushida continues to remind us why he's still one, if not the best junior all-around worker in the division. So great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Alex. I was just gonna say really quick. Can you imagine if we had? I told you this last night, Joe. So everyone else hear it. But imagine if we had Bullet Club and Ring of Honor like we do, and in New Japan, of course, and then Impact Wrestling had Bullet Club members on all 3 shows.
ROH New Japan work together can boost up Impact. Hell yeah, it could.
Yeah,
It's a big working team relationship. Yeah. I'd be definitely certain.
Look what the Bullet Club is doing for Ring of Honor. If you take Bullet Club out of Ring of Honor, there's really nothing there.
Agreed.
So, and to move on to Backlash, Jay White match with David Finlay was fantastic. Like I said many times before, I apologize to even mentioning Jay White with Baron Corbin's name. So I cannot say how sorry I am for that. But Jay White, man, is a guy that is a one in a lifetime type of a character, I think, and a wrestler. This guy can do whatever, At his size, I'm sure. I'm not saying I want him to go there, Red Sox fan, but I'm sure Triple H would be drooling over this guy to have him in the WWE someday. Because I mean, he's a big guy who can actually do crazy athletic stuff, something like Baron Corbin can't do.
I disagree, Tony, because Vince McMahon would tell Triple H, why does New Japan have Baron Corbin? That's what they would say.
Yeah, that is true.
I think also David Finlay is someone that WWE would be interested in, especially because of his lineage,
Yeah, David Finlay is awesome as well. All right, so we'll go to what Red Sox fan is dreading. We'll go to WWE Backlash predictions. Justin wasn't able to make the show tonight, but I have his predictions in front of me, so we can make sure we got everybody's predictions for tomorrow night. Again, thank you everybody for joining us on this late evening Saturday night show. I'm sorry that we had the late start tonight, but we still have the awesome viewage tonight. We're almost at 1,000 views. So thank you very much. We're averaging 1,000 views per show, everybody. So that is pretty awesome. And we thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the hearts that you've been giving out, the super hearts as well. You are having a discussion about something that is fake, and you are in the discussion that we're talking about that something is fake. So how do you feel? And then also, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget, we will be live tomorrow night after Backlash is over. Unfortunately, our man of the hour, Alex, is going to – well, I can't really say unfortunately. The awesome Alex is going to Backlash tomorrow. The Get the Tables website is not up yet, but you can still go on it, but it's not fully updated yet. We are still working on the
You're saying that all wrong, dude. Seriously. He's not going to Backlash and sit with the common fans. He's going to have his own box.
Yes, I'm sorry. He has his own box seat. He's going to have ladies fanning him off and feeding him grapes. Forgot to mention that little small part. But yeah, Alex will be going to the show tomorrow night. So if you're not following him yet, go follow him on Twitter. He'll probably be tweeting when he can as well. And he said he's going to be periscoping a little bit while he's there. He's going to be meeting up with Brandon Cantino.
Who was that guy in WWE who had a poo as his servant? Who was that?
That had who?
Who had a poo guy as his servant?
Not Adrian Adonis, right?
No, he was another guy. He was like Muhammad Hassan, and he would pay people to do that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Tiger Ali Singh or whatever.
Yeah, there you go. Him. I think that's what you're going to be up there like that. Tiger Ali Singh and all that.
Yes, we know Hassan returned. We'll talk about Hassan, all right? Because you're so high on Hassan. He's not going to come back to the WWE. You know that, Red Sox fan. You know that.
He's actually from Detroit. Muhammad Hassan is from Detroit.
So Backlash, yes, Alex will be going. So maybe he'll call in
Definitely.
if he can. Brandon is expected to call in as well. So we're gonna have two call-ins tomorrow night from Backlash. So if anybody else is interested in calling in, or maybe hopping in on Google Hangout and joining us and chit-chatting a little bit on Backlash, you are more than welcome to. You just got to privately direct message me on Twitter, and we'll get things crack-a-lacking. So it's just going to probably be Dave, me, and Justin tomorrow night. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, adding to that, I will try to get out of there as soon as possible. Usually by the time the bell rings, especially for pay-per-view, I'll just bounce, and then I'll get home as soon as I can. If at the most, I'll be able to call in, at least just give my thoughts on the show, probably towards the end. But yeah, definitely tune in, guys, because the three of them will be holding it down and giving their thoughts to Backlash.
I want to know why wrestling isn't on the live channel with all the other drama shows. I have no answer to that. That's an interesting question. All right, so let's go to WWE Backlash, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 matches on the card. They added a pre-show match, which was Ruby Riott versus Bayley, so that should be a good one. The Raw tag titles are not on the line, right? If I'm not mistaken, they're not on the line at Backlash, but the SmackDown Live ones are. Let's go with SmackDown Live tag titles first. I know Red Sox fan is enjoying this segment. Dave, Usos, Bludgeon Brothers rematch from the Greatest Royal Rumble. What do you got?
I think Bludgeon Brothers probably retain, but we'll see what kind of role Mrs. She's for the kids, Naomi, if she's involved at all.
Entrance for the kids. Naomi gets involved at all. Yeah, they've been teasing it a lot lately, so we got to see if she does get involved. But I also have the Bludgeon Brothers retaining the SmackDown Live tag titles. Alex.
I have the Bludgeon Brothers retaining with, and I'll just say this because I want to see it tomorrow, Sanity coming in at the end.
Well, let me just block this guy.
Yeah.
Enjoy the block party, my friend. All right, so next we have Jeff Hardy putting his U.S. title on the line against Randy Orton. Jeff Hardy putting his title on the line for the first time since winning the U.S. I'm sorry, for the second time, I should say, or first officially defending his SmackDown Live U.S. title. Dave, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, who you got?
I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going Jeff Hardy.
There's no tag titles being defended at Backlash, really? Well, then I'm sorry. I guess I thought there was. But
wow! Yeah, I'm looking at the card right now. There's no tag.
Oh shit! Well, the Bludgeon Brothers will retain their tag titles at Backlash. That is 100%
as champions.
They will be walking out as the champs. Everybody, don't forget about that. All right, so Dave, you have Hardy walking out, retaining the United States title. I as well have Hardy retaining the title.
I also have the Woken Lovers retaining too.
I'm sorry?
I also have the Woken Lovers retaining too, since they're not going to be on the card.
Woken Lovers, everybody. If you don't know who the Woken Lovers are, and you're new to the show, that is Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I forgot who said that, called them. I think it was Alex, if I'm not mistaken, the Woken Lovers. That's a great nickname. I cannot get over that.
That was Rachel, but yeah.
Oh, really? You can't take credit. Can't take full credit of it. But that is.
I don't do that. I'm not like you. We
are still in it from her. We are still in it from her.
No, we're not Shawn Michaels. Come on.
Oh yeah.
We have honor.
All right, Alex, Hardy, Orton. Who you got?
I have a Hardy. What's the chances of Shelton being added last minute? Do you think they would have done it already?
I think they would have done it already. I think he'll be definitely next in line, though.
Hardy.
Title. All right, Hardy. Okay. All right. Now, next, we have The Miz going after the Intercontinental title for the last time since he has now been moved to SmackDown Live. The only reason why I do not like this match is because it is predictable as hell, everybody. I think we can all say Rollins is going to retain the IC title, correct?
Yep.
Dave? Yep, Rollins will retain the IC title to move on to bigger and better things. No offense to The Miz. Nia Jax taking on Alexa Bliss in a rematch from WrestleMania for the women's title. Dave, who do you got?
Nia Jax probably.
Nia Jax. I'm going to go different. I'm going to say Alexa Bliss wins. I'm going to say Alexa Bliss wins back the women's title, everybody. And I'm going to shove it right into Red Sox fans' face. Alex, your thoughts?
You couldn't even say that with a straight face, could you?
I could not, no.
I have Nia, and given Alexa's recent surgery, it's probably going to be shorter than their WrestleMania match.
Damn. Yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's going to be squash.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. We have Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a tag team match. Dave, who do you got?
Are you seriously asking me this question?
I'm seriously asking you this question.
Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman are winning this match.
All right, I think we can all agree on that.
No, I disagree.
Whoa. Okay.
I think Bobby Lashley turns on Braun and gives KO and Sammy the win.
Whoa. All right. Calling his
I
shots.
think go the other way because there is no way that Zayn and Owens, I can see them pinning Braun Strowman.
If Bobby Lashley doesn't work and you want to convince me he's a top guy, that will be it.
That is true. That is a good point. Oh, look at Architect putting Lashley equals boring. Wow. Oh, Bliss side, KO and Sammy gonna make Braun and Bobby turn on each other. Oh, okay. I like his thinking, Bliss. High five on the. Hey, let's give a high five on some creative thinking. That's some creative thinking there, Bliss. I like that idea. Good creative thinking there, my friend. Thank you again for all the hearts. If you don't mind, punch the shit out of those hearts. Red Sox fan, you want to beat me up so bad, punch the screen, get some hearts going. That'll do some good. That might get some frustration out since you don't like this segment so much. All right, so Alex says KO and Sammy win, and Lashley turns on Braun Strowman. All right, interesting little prediction there. I hope that actually comes true.
There was also a pre-show match added too.
Asshole, yes, I was about to touch on that. What an asshole Red Sox fan is. What an asshole. Ruby Riott will be taking on Sasha Banks.
Bailey.
Bailey in a kickoff match at Backlash. Dave, Ruby Riott, Bailey, and does Sasha Banks somehow get involved?
No, and I think she could, I guess. I don't know, but I do think Sonya ends up winning this match too. And then Bailey's going to realize that they need to work together and take down the evil Riot Squad.
Oh, so you got Bailey winning, you said?
No, Ruby winning.
Ruby. Okay, gotcha. I got Ruby winning as well.
Yeah, she's going to realize.
Yeah, I got Ruby going over. Do you think Bailey will give me a hug or she'll turn me down?
I think she'll turn you down because she knows you're a Vega fan.
Yeah, how can she give you a hug when you're in your box?
We have our SummerSlam match as well. I mean, our Dominion.
And quick question: yes or no? Is this match better than the one we saw from Raw with Sasha Banks?
No. I mean, it's not televised, so doubt it. I'd see it maybe going 10 minutes at the most.
Wow. All right. So we still have the SmackDown Live title match, the Women's SmackDown Live title match, and the one-on-one matchup between Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe to still touch on. So let's go to the Women's SmackDown Live title match. Dave, does Carmella retain her SmackDown Live Women's Championship?
I say she finds some way to retain, yes. Somehow. Even if she gets disqualified or counted out or something, yes. I think something happens. And may I say, out of all the women you guys have on both your shows, these are the 4 women you choose to have your big pay-per-view match. To me, both these matches are no interest to me at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I got Carmella retaining the women's title as well. Maybe disqualification or something. I think some shenanigans happen during tomorrow night's match. Alex?
Yeah, I have Charlotte winning, but that's because of a disqualification. I think I agree with WWE. Yes, I think Iconic Duo somehow gets involved and gets Carmella, even though Carmella loses, she obviously retains.
Right. I got you. So Charlotte by DQ of some sort. Okay. All right. So the 2 important matches of the night, and rumors are flying, according to Alex, that Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe will not be the last match of the night. Apparently, they may go with AJ Styles and Nakamura, since that is the only world title match on the line. So we'll go with Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns next. Dave, who do you got?
I will never ever pick this guy to win a match, so I'm going Samoa Joe.
Oh, I love the reason. That's funny. All right. I got Roman Reigns winning. Alex?
Fuck that! I got Samoa Joe.
I love Samoa Joe, man, but you gotta be thinking realistically here, man.
Isn't that what we all said about WrestleMania with Roman and Lesnar?
Unless they're running some sort of dark fucking storyline with Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns needs to win. Roman Reigns needs to win.
But why does he have to win? Let me understand this. Everyone's saying Roman needs this win. This is Samoa Joe's first match back since his injury. It doesn't matter if he's going to SmackDown after that. And why not have Roman keep losing? Let him actually.
I like the idea of Roman still losing. I hope that actually does happen.
And the fact that he's losing and it's not for the title, it kind of makes it more likely. Or maybe I'm just hoping, guys, for tomorrow to have a happy last 2 matches. Just let me have that. But yeah,
Samoa does need to win more. Yes,
I think Joe.
I was just gonna say really quick, Alex. Maybe we should pick Roman Reigns to win because the last 2 matches we picked Roman Reigns to win and he lost. So maybe we should pick him.
I like that. But could you imagine Joe begins his reign from SmackDown saying, "I choked out the big dog." Like that's great.
I agree with you. All right, I forgot about a match, and that's so bad of me. Daniel Bryan and Big Cass one-on-one. Big Cass's debut match since returning from injury, and it's Daniel Bryan's first official co-branded pay-per-view match, other than WrestleMania, of course. Big Cass taking on Daniel Bryan. Alex, who do you got?
I have Daniel Bryan by disqualification.
Okay. Alex, Dave, excuse me?
I'm going. Daniel Bryan better win this first match back. Crowd will erupt.
I think Dave, you're right. Daniel Bryan wins, but I think we get a nice show. I think this could be a dark horse for match of the night. I'm just saying.
I don't think it's going to be a match. I think this is going to end with either Big Cass beating the crap out of Bryan, and they have to kind of stop it. That way, there's not a pin.
I don't agree with that. I think Bryan wins, but I can hear Vince McMahon in my voice right now. Daniel Bryan, you're gonna win, but make Cass look strong. Make Cass look strong. I can hear it.
I mean, I'll still stick with my prediction, but yeah, maybe Bryan rolls up Cass, and then after Cass beats down Bryan after the match, I don't know.
Yeah, I could see beat down happening. That's for sure. All right, main event time, everybody. Nakamura getting his rematch against AJ Styles. This time, a stipulation has been added to the match. It is a no disqualification. Low blows are legal.
Legal's a headlock.
Yep. So over under on 8 low blows from Nakamura on Sunday night. And Alex, who walks out Backlash, your SmackDown Live, I almost said women's champion. SmackDown Live world champion. I'm sorry.
I still have April cleaning, and I think we're gonna hopefully finally see the cup.
Okay.
Not the World Cup.
Yeah. All right. So you got Styles walking out. Still the chant. Dave?
Yeah, if it's straight up just them, Styles wins, but I have a feeling or I have a hope we see some Japan guys joining Nakamura to help him win this match. To set up a feud. But I know it can't be Tozawa and Otami because they're going to start facing each other on 205 Live now. So, I mean, they're planting that seed. So, anybody would be awesome to have teaming with Nakamura to help him win. But because then you could set up something with the club and AJ versus Nakamura and his guys. So, that'd be cool. But if it's straight up, it's AJ Styles. If it's interference, it's Nakamura.
Jimmy Wang Yang returns. There you go.
Also, I'm thinking that segment with Samoa Joe last week kind of made us think that Samoa Joe AJ for the title is going to happin.
Jimmy Wang. That's funny. So you have Styles retaining, Dave?
Oh, yeah. If it's straight up, yeah. But I know who's going to help Nakamura now. Someone said Jimmy Wang Yang. That made me think of AJ's arch nemesis, Jimmy Rave.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. You know that. Hey, what's up? What's up, Real Franchise? How you doing tonight, dude? I got Nakamura winning.
Ooh, okay.
Nakamura winning the SmackDown Live Women's. Why did I say Women's Championship again? God damn it! World Champion.
Can we get the Nakamura hand signal from you?
That you cannot get. But if you want to see a pretty good one, go on Alex's Twitter. He talked to someone who was nice, had a few drinks in him, and he did the whole Nakamura dance. So if you want to see someone pull that off, pretty good, I must say. Go check that out. But I have Nakamura winning. I think Nakamura wins and becomes your SmackDown Live World Champion. I wish I could tell you how, but I do think it happens. I just have a feeling that AJ Styles will retain it eventually, but I do think Nakamura wins the world title this Sunday night. And it should be a good. I know a lot of people, not so much Alex since he's going there live, but are not excited for this particular pay-per-view. They're not very excited for the card. My iPad just restarted on its own.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did it? Did the Periscope end? I think it ended, didn't it?
Yep.
Oh, the Periscope done?
Yeah, it just ended on its own. My iPad just like compute. Oh, look, I can continue my broadcast.
It's open. It's open.
Whoa, not anymore.
Oh yeah, it's going down. Yeah, they said you
can see my. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my. Oh, I know what to do. I'll just stop broadcast, and then I'll just put we're back. That was weird. My iPad just like restarted and then came back on.
Did it have an update or something?
I guess so. I got to do an update probably. We're back.
We did over 1,000.
Yep.
Yeah, we already did our limit, so I'm not pissed off.
Yeah.
As long as we average 1,000, I'm good. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, we're good.
Backlash. Okay, sorry everybody. Delay of the game by me. My iPad just started to just restart on me. I don't know what the hell just happened. My iPad turned off and came back on in like 10 seconds. So we pretty much wrapped it up. That was pretty much the end of the show. So I guess it came at a good time. Yeah, typical Apple product. Yeah, everything's running good. Internet's fine. Nothing disconnected on YouTube. I think it needs to do an update. So I don't know if that has to do anything with it, but yeah, typical Apple. But I can't complain. But since I've been using this iPad product, the Periscopes have been a lot better. What's up, Taco Mania? How you doing tonight? So yeah, Backlash tomorrow night. We will be live.
Hey Tony,
it's been live. It's still going. What's up, Boba Fett? Boba Fett? What's up, dude?
Do we want to give like matches that we're most looking forward to, and what match we think we match of the night?
Yes, I was gonna. Yes, match you're most looking forward to, and match you think will be match of the night. Go ahead, Alex. No, go ahead, Dave. We'll go with Alex last because I have a couple questions for him. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. I think match of the night, honestly, could be Daniel Bryan and Cass, like you were saying. I don't think a lot of people are really talking about that. And I want to say Jeff Hardy and Orton, but I don't know. But I'm kind of looking forward to Nakamura. Of course, I look forward to Daniel Bryan and return, but also I'm looking forward to how Nakamura and AJ finishes and what happens.
Budweiser put, I'm looking forward to it being over. Wow.
What's up, man?
Damn, everybody's hating on this Backlash pay-per-view. Wow. That's crazy. So you think Daniel Bryan could possibly be, the Daniel Bryan match could possibly be match of the night, correct? All right. Alex, match you're most looking forward to since you're going to be there live. What match are you most excited to see?
Actually, I know I'm going to I'm wearing a Seth Rollins shirt, but I'm most excited to see Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass because I never saw Daniel Bryan live when he was during the Yes movement. When I did, he was either as a general manager or he was doing 18-second job matches with Sheamus. So this will be an exciting moment for me. Match of the night, though, so I'll be different. I'm going to say Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. I think these two kill it every time they're out there.
See, that's not even a match I'm looking forward to. It's not. I don't even want to see it.
If Joe wins, we'll hear some different things tomorrow night.
I hope he does win, but
yeah, definitely. But I think it'll be. I think it's gonna be a match.
I would not bet the Maharaja fortune on that.
All right, everybody. Here's the official theme song of the Get to Tables after this ad is playing. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We had 1,000 views on our other Periscope before my iPad decided just to go completely restart on its own. Thank you for guys jumping right back in, knowing it froze and people telling me that it did. This is the show right here. This is our theme song. San Antonio Girl or Austin Girl. What the hell does that have to do with anything? This is the official Get the Tables podcast theme song. I think everybody loves it. I know Red Sox fan is definitely the biggest fan of this theme song. But
it's going to
be oh no, play Adam Rose's theme song. Oh gosh. So tomorrow night we will be live, everybody. Hey, what's up, Philip, man? How you doing tonight, man? No way, WWE. Wow. Not a fan of Jose. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of Jose, but I think he's just I don't know. We all like him for some reason.
He's like Scott. He's like what Scott Steiner is to you guys.
Yeah, it's what Scott Steiner is to the show, and he just plays a big part to the show. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun.
What? Whoa!
Who said that? Wait, what?
It's Dreo, but Dreo is a big Impact guy. He comes into our Impact shows. He's an Impact guy, so I don't blame him. I'm a fan, but he is no Adam Rose. I agree with you on that, bro.
Right, he's better than Adam Rose.
Yeah, you're right. He has a job.
Talk about how EC3 is going to vanquish Cena at Mania.
Man, that sucks. I can't hear the song. That sucks.
Oh, you're playing it?
I'm playing it, man. Hey, what's up,
Adam? Look at that. He's over there dancing.
Hell yeah, man. This song makes you want to get up and have a good time.
I'll tell you guys what. If No Way Jose comes out tomorrow night, I'll Periscope me dancing.
Hell yes. Yeah, Jose better than Rose. I'll give you that. There you go. There you go. So don't forget, everybody, we will be live tomorrow night after Backlash is over. Thank you for everybody joining us on YouTube. We had up to 6 to 7 viewers at live at one part. I'm sorry if y'all were chatting up in YouTube. Obviously, I cannot see the chat room. Again, I'm sorry for the Periscope just randomly shutting off. I'm not really sure what the hell that was all about. If that happens tomorrow night, I'm going to have a shit fit. But other than that, I thank everybody for joining. Let me mute the music real quick so everybody can talk. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know we started again at a later time, but you guys were still loyal and still came in here and still popped in and talked to us. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. we'll be live Sunday night, back again on Tuesday, Thursday, and then back again here next weekend on Saturday. So everybody, I hope y'all are ready for a lot of wrestling. I know Dave and I have a lot of wrestling to watch Wednesday and Thursday. Alex is making some funky ass faces. Is everything okay over there, my friend?
Oh no, my eyes are just straining. Someone was just adding me, just saying like he wasn't getting like notifications wherever we go live on Periscope.
I told you. See, that's what I need. I need y'all's help when we go live. If you guys do not mind, I know some people just like to come in here and watch. Share the broadcast on Periscope. You don't have to share it on Twitter, but if you just pop it in on Periscope, I would really appreciate it, because a lot of people, for some odd reason, do not get the notifications when we go live on Periscope. And then they message me later, hey, I didn't know you were live, and I don't get your notifications on Periscope, but I do on YouTube. Okay, that's good. So there you go. There's another reason to follow on YouTube as well. Thank you, Dreo. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. If you're not getting a notification on Periscope by any chance, go follow us on YouTube. If you have the YouTube app on your phone, hey, what's up? The bot is in the house. My manager, of course. Notifications don't always come through. See, an architect is another guy that tells me that he doesn't get them sometimes. So if you don't mind, invite your followers, because a lot of you guys follow each other. So if you don't mind, invite your followers, retweet it on Periscope. The bot even wasn't getting notifications, and she had to re-follow me. So I don't know what the hell is going with the Periscope. So if you don't already, follow us on YouTube. Get the Tables Podcast on YouTube. If you have the app on your phone, if you subscribe to us, when we go live, you get a notification. So then obviously we'll be live, obviously, on Periscope as well. So, man, thank you guys again for all the super hearts. Everybody popping in those hearts. We are so close, everybody, to getting to, I believe, almost 5 million hearts. And if me double check, I don't want to be way off on that. Yeah, 5 million hearts. We are way off big time to ever become a super broadcaster with the super hearts. But that'll eventually come someday. But we thank you guys every night for those popping in those hearts. Appreciate that. Gets us noticed on Periscope and gets more people to come in here and get y'all like Dreo and other people in here who are new to the show, who found the show and have been coming in here for quite some time now. So thank you guys. Anything last, Alex? Since you are going to Backlash tomorrow.
No, I'm excited. Yes, I agree. The Backlash card itself isn't that appealing, but hey, nothing beats being a professional wrestling fan, like actually going to a show live. So I will be as energetic as possible. I will try to take as many pictures or videos. If you guys have any suggestions for me to look out for, anything you want to know in particular, I'll be posting stuff like, if they've sectioned out like the top section seats, things like that. So if you think of anything, please ask me and I'll try to get it done.
Architect says buy him a shirt. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's just an inside joke.
I'm gonna hit up Brandon Catino tomorrow. We'll try and coordinate, and then if I get with him, we'll do a Periscope through Get the Tables real quick, just a preview, and we'll go from there, guys.
All right, man. I hope for your sake, since you're going to the show, that it's an awesome pay-per-view and that the matches itself, all the ones that you're looking forward to, are awesome. I know going to an event and seeing it live is a different experience than seeing it from your TV screen. So I hope you have a great time, man. I hope you have a good time. You're going to be wearing your Rollins T-shirt, so you have something to cheer about.
And you know the fun thing is, one of the guys that I'm going with, he is probably one of the biggest Roman Reigns fans you'll ever know. So if he loses, I am getting him on Periscope immediately.
So you're going with Barbaruski? You're going with Barbaruski?
Pretty much.
You're going with Barbaruski. So yeah, that's funny. So that's good stuff. All right, Bizarre. Anything else before we end tonight's show?
I wonder if Alex is going to invite Jinder to sit in his box with him.
Who?
Jinder.
Oh, God, no. Jinder can't even afford my shoes. Get out of here.
Whoa. Wow. Damn. Philip, you asked how you get the badges. The badges, we had to a lot of work. The Periscope badge actually is because of you guys. You have to average 1,000 views per show. or between your live views and replay viewers. You got to have a specific number of followers, and you have to have, I guess, a specific number of hearts as well. So it wasn't easy. I had applied for it before Alex had joined the show, but they didn't even consider us. But now that we average about 1,000 a show, they considered us, and they pretty much verified us. They recognized us on Periscope. So
Yeah, if anyone on Periscope wants to really get a lot of viewers, just punch in at the lake.
yeah, there you go. I just heard a guy cashed in. You get paid once a month. If you have Super Heart, I'm not a super broadcaster yet. I got to average. I have my Super Hearts need to be in the 100,000s. So we need about 100,000 more Super Hearts. And I'm not the type of guy that comes on here and says, "Give me Super Hearts, give me Super Hearts, give me Super Hearts." I feel like if you want to give me your tips or whatever have you, you will. I feel like you guys coming in here and sitting through an hour or 2 hour show is showing as much support as you can. I do not ask. Don't you dare say that, Red Sox fan. You're making this ass whooping for you on SummerSlam going to be a lot worse. You saw what happened to Naito.
Yeah.
Just wait to see what happens when I get a hold of you. It's going to be,
A Red Sox fan
compared to that. Red Sox fan wants to trade us and leave us high and dry. I got you, bro. I got you.
Part-timer.
Right. Texas Kid for Life, he watches it on YouTube. He watches it on the old YouTube. Probably he wants to get away from all the trolls, right? And then plus a lot of people, I don't know if you've checked on the YouTube, they said the video quality is pretty good. So if you follow us on YouTube, maybe the quality on Periscope sucks. But if you join us on YouTube, a bit off topic, but y'all see, I did see Infinity War today, actually.
Okay.
I saw the Avengers today. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because I'm not sure who's seen it or not. But it was a pretty good movie.
Spoiler alert, Superman comes in and kills them all.
Right. Oh, so Bob Ruski says, "Fuck that ending. Fuck it."
Although we have been getting some great memes of people disappearing.
Yeah, see, like, there's a thing. I was like, what the hell is all this shit about with the pictures of people disappearing? And I was like, what is this all about? And then I watched the movie today, and I'm like, oh, okay. Now I get what the whole thing is. Thank you, Michael Berry, for the Super Hearts. Another Periscoper who goes live every now and then on Periscope. Give him a follow. He supports the broadcast as well. You kind of came into the end of the show, my friend, but we do thank you for popping in and giving Super Hearts. I'm sorry?
Now we're just shooting the shit, so if anyone wants to talk about anything, screw it.
Yeah, it's almost midnight my time, so we'll go about 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to
what you guys are talking about.
I'm going to party it up all night tonight playing Fortnite, everybody. Fortnite. So
I'm so lost on all this Marvel talk. All I'm going to say is I was happy to see Tommy return, and no one has no idea what I'm talking about.
Tommy from the Power Rangers?
No, Tommy from Green Arrow. From Arrow.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, I can't get into Arrow.
I can't get into Marvel.
Hey, the bot is back, everybody. Agree with what? I'm sorry. Say it again, Red Sox fan. Repeat your question. I'm going to Ciampa. What Ciampa did to Gargano is nothing compared to what I'm going to do to you. Man, I quit Arrow last year. Oh, okay.
Where was this when you and I were feuding? I like this side of you.
I already knew the Undertaker was going to fucking beat Cena, man.
Are you inspired by Chris Jericho? You're taking off the PG rating.
I am inspired by Jericho, man. Gargano versus Ciampa sinking NXT. Hell no. You know what's actually sinking NXT? Lack of women division and lack of tag division.
And lack of airtime.
Yeah, that hour is really starting to show.
Yeah, well, because when you have so much talent on NXT, you have to. I think an extra hour is just it's got to happen. You can't leave guys like Adam Cole, EC3, Ricochet, guys like that off the show every week, or once a week, or once a month, or twice a month. We're biased WWE fans. Red Sox fan, Red Sox fan, Red Sox fan.
I think he's surpassing Texas Kid level. Really, he is. He's getting worse. He's worse than Texas Kid right now.
I want Red Sox fan to fucking come on the show. That's what I want.
So we got a call out, right?
I want Red Sox fan to come on this effing show.
What's Tony? But Tony, what's Red Sox fan? What does he say every time? I'm too turned or I'm too inebriated to do it.
Yeah, he always has some sort of an excuse.
Ooh, I'm just feeding the fire. I love this.
That's what he has. He'll come on Kelsey's show, he says. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Unbelievable. Well, they tape it all in a week, so I don't think guys want to wrestle that often. Yeah, you're probably right, Bob Ruski. Maybe they need to change the taping process. I know we're just asking for a lot. I know. Red Sox fan says he's big time now. That's funny. Red Sox fan is a guy. He's a guy. He's a baseball player, soon to be pro baseball player, and he's gonna forget about all of us when he's. I hope if he does turn pro, I hope he gets picked up by the Giants, not the Yankees. How horrible would that be if he got drafted by the Yankees, a team that he hates? How lovely would that be? Anything else, you guys? I want to talk about?
No, I think we covered everything. I mean, tomorrow's Backlash, and hopefully, once Backlash is over, we see some directionality with Raw and SmackDown.
You played in their stadium in high school. Well, look at Red Sox fan. Look at trying to one-up everybody. Oh, he said it was horrible. Of course he said it was horrible. Oh, gosh. Red Sox fan eventually will be on the show, hopefully. Maybe he can be on to promote our match at SummerSlam, or unless he'll be Undertaker and show up just the night of, most likely. Excuse me, the coward, I should say.
One feud at a time, Tony. I don't know if you can multitask like that.
Yeah, I think he'd pull a Brock Lesnar and just no show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Red Sox fan's only going to be on Kelsey's show. Hey, nothing against Kelsey. She's a cool cat. I like Kelsey. But I don't think she wants to get in the storyline. You're forcing Kelsey into a storyline that I don't think she wants to be involved in. Red Sox fan. You're trying to have invasions happen. That's what he wants. He wants an invasion. I don't think you'd like that.
Well, we did
Kelsey.
We did say that we are maybe somewhere down the line, if both sides are available, we could do a crossover. Kelsey,
yeah, there you go, Red Sox fan. What do you think of that? What's up, Adam Awesome? What do you think of that, bruh?
Oh, I forgot. If for news wise,
go ahead.
It's not really that. I mean, I guess it's big, but not really. Tino Sabatelli is out for 6 to 9 months.
Oh no!
Yeah, he was in a house show with the Velveteen Dream. Dream gave him a drop kick, and he immediately grabbed his chest. He underwent surgery for the pec tear injury, but he's slated to go 6 to 9 months. And I know a lot of people don't care, but all that means is that if you guys remember, saw it in NXT, he was actually getting ready for a singles push because
which one's he? Which one is Tino?
One dating Mandy, so you can pick. You can decide which one that is.
I have no idea. I can't even tell those two guys apart.
Muscular guy.
Most likely dating the tall, jacked Italian guy, and that's Tino.
Oh, you mean the guy who's been giving 10 gimmicks in 4 years?
Isn't that the same guy who dropped Hideo Itami on his head when he first came back?
Yes. Yeah, Dave.
Karma's a bitch.
Damn.
I knew you were going to say that.
Wow, y'all are savages, man.
Yeah, so Tino's out. That's really it, news-wise.
Y'all are savages, man. People in the chat room and you guys are savages, man.
Well, I said it before. That's why Full Sail always says Tino sucks, because they hate the fact that he's dating Mandy Rose.
Or should they be chanting that Mandy Rose sucks? I don't know.
So people hate on Tino because he's dating Mandy Rose. Oh my god!
I just
Sticking with it.
don't like Tito.
That much of a hater to do that. Like, why would they do that? Did I lose a bet? Oh, with the Cena hat? It's a long story, Jay Leto. It's a long story, my friend. It's a long story. But thanks for popping in, dude. Appreciate you coming in here, throwing some heart. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, pretty much just wrapping up Backlash, just chit chatting, shooting the shit, basically. But yeah, Alex, I hope you have a great time at Oh, I think, wow, man, appreciate the super hearts, bro. Whoa, man, thank you. That is very nice of you. Very, very much. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, I'm glad you're going. I hope it's a good show. I hope it doesn't fail you.
Yeah.
Are you going there early enough to watch everything, the pre-show, everything like that?
Yeah. Doors open at 6, so I'm gonna try it. Realistically, I'm not gonna get there until 6:30, but definitely wanna get in there as soon as possible. Like I said, meet up with Brandon. Go around, maybe buy some merchandise. We'll see.
Again,
Are you gonna meet with?
Thank you again, Jay, for the super hearts. Go follow Jay Leto. He goes live here as well. Another wrestling reviewer on Periscope. I know he gives those shout outs on his show as well. So yeah, go ahead and drop him a follow as well. He's a good guy. Appreciate the super hearts, man. Thank you.
What were you gonna ask, Dave?
I'll say you're gonna have a meeting with Vince McMahon before the show or something.
If I do, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to post it because I don't want to get hit with the cease and desist like the Young Bucks did last night. Oh, by the way, the Young Bucks did it too sweet last night at Dontaku.
You know what would be a funny picture to see online? If like someone like from the club or AJ went up to Vince McMahon and got a picture of them too sweetie and Vince McMahon.
Oh.
That'd be the coolest photo ever.
Damn, them and their cease and desist, man. That's just fucking insane. But yeah, I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I forgot to also mention everybody who is a Funko Pop collector like myself. New Japan. I don't know if you saw this, Alex. They're coming out with Funko Pops.
Really?
Oh,
I'm getting that.
Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Cody Rhodes. So they're coming up with no, not Pop collector. Funko Pops. These guys.
Oh God, no.
Funko Pops. Yeah, this guy right here.
iPad, turn off.
Pops. Funko Pops, like this guy. Funko Pops. Yeah. Funko Pops.
Now the iPad doesn't turn off. Really?
Like this guy right here. Funko Pops. I hope this is like the screenshot at the end of the night. Funko Pops.
iPad, update, do something.
Funko Pops. These
Bella,
right here. Funko Pops.
Bella, kick it. I don't care.
Funko Pops right here.
Damn you.
Funko Pops. Yeah, they're coming out with. I'm putting this in front of the screen, and the viewership is going up. Any reason why? Funko Pops, everybody. These right here, Funko Pops. They come out with Funko Pops.
Tony, how many times?
Hey, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one.
I have nightmares about
Bob Ruski will like this one. Bob Ruski will like this one. Here you go. See, this is Bobby Ruski's favorite one right here.
Wait, Tony, why do you have a Roman Reigns Funko Pop?
It was
really.
It was when he was.
Why Sean? I get, but why Roman?
It was a package deal. Cause look, I have who else I have?
Package Sean and Roman.
I have Seth Rollins too. Look,
oh really? Let me see Rollins.
We have Rollins too. Here's Rollins.
The same.
What is happening?
But they do look exactly the fucking same. Look at that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Seeing the guy with dolls in his hands, I've shot the viewers up. Yeah, look at this, awesome. Look at this. Doesn't it? This looks just like Big Cass, right? That looks just like Big Cass. Come on now. You cannot deny that. That's Big Cass.
Shawn Michaels' hair should look like right now.
Whoa!
I'm gonna have nightmares about Tony's voice just saying Funko Pops.
It's everybody's favorite Bailey.
Oh, okay, I like that one. I actually want that one. I'll take it.
There's Bailey. This is when she was actually over. She's not over anymore, apparently.
There's more personality there than she does in real life.
Wow.
Ooh,
Jesus Lord.
now he's shooting.
Jesus Lord. God damn.
What else we got?
Tony,
What else we got?
Here we go. Here we go.
Tony, do that. Line up the Funko Pops and just shoot on them. Say whatever you want, no matter how much you love them.
Mr. Kevin Owens.
It looks just like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
I do not have an Alexa Bliss one, no. And then I have, last but not least,
that's the most well-groomed I've ever seen.
Kane. Look at Kane. Kane looks pretty neat, right?
Oh my God, that's Katie Vick Kane era. Look at that.
Yeah.
Katie Vick.
November. Hey, y'all want me to recommend everybody a DVD? I recommend Shawn Michaels.
Oh my God.
Journey. 3-disc set, everybody. I would highly recommend this for everybody who is looking to watch a DVD. Go and watch Shawn Michaels' My Journey. And I'm not getting paid to promote this DVD, but if you open it up,
about that, you've been plugging it.
Open it up, everybody. You can see the DVDs in here nicely. See, and it has everything you want to know about HBK. So
Tony, a DVD with Shawn Michaels that I would promote is the one with Hip Hart. Wrestling's Greatest Rivalry. That's a good DVD right there.
Matches include Triple H, The Coward, Hart Foundation, British Bulldog, Mankind, 1-2-3 Kid, Kurt Angle, and Randy Orton, and many more. So if you're looking for a good view, I'm telling you, go to your local Walmart.
Or just go to the WWE.
It may be sold out in your local Walmarts because it is Shawn Michaels. But go to Shawn Michaels at Walmart and ask, and I'm sure they may have it. Also, another one is CM Punk DVD. CM Punk. Highly recommend CM Punk, even though he turned his back on us wrestling fans. It's still a good DVD. You go in here and you open it up and you see it's a 3-disc set. This is when, Punk was very popular and he was, Now
this happened.
this show went downhill in a heartbeat. So that's all, everybody. I mean, me bringing out my pop figurines got us up to like 30 viewers. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that's in tonight's show. I thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope you take my suggestions very seriously and go to Walmart tomorrow and buy those DVDs. And I would love to see pictures of them.
You don't want to show us Shawn Michaels again?
Yeah, one more time.
Why not?
What a combo deal. I mean, imagine this. I mean, come on now. That's like $100 value right there. You get the DVD and the Funko Pop. Come on now. $100 value right there. Jesus, man. Come on now. I will never cut his head off. Get those in the $5 bin. Wow. Ouch. We're not talking about the DVD. But anyways, that's it. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to do a quick shout out since I wasn't able to do the quick shout out on the last show since my iPad just sucks. Jody Mania, Mr. 5-Star Architect, Big Joe, Adam Awesome, Bob Aruski, Michael Berry, thank you for the Super Hearts too. Will Miller, Bliss Side, Red Sox fan, Kevin, Budweiser, Phillip, and there's 10 more viewers that I cannot. WWE Gifts and Stuff, Bliss Side. Who else? Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, WC Miller, I could see in here. Thank you guys for joining. I know our first show kind of went kapooey. But y'all came back in here. We're already at 700 viewers. Like, I don't know what the hell we do right on this show, but I thank you very much for all the support you give us. Thank you for the super hearts, the regular hearts, everything you do for us. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Enjoy it. If you're going to barbecue, have a great dinner, everything. It's the beard. It's got to be the beard. It's probably the John Cena hat. You guys have a great one. Alex, have a great time tomorrow, man. I hope you have a great time at Backlash, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Good shit.